Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Leora if you're new here, and we're just gonna vlog today and tomorrow and just give you some updates about dental school and just life, you know? Here's a nice little Rascal Cam. Say hello to all your fans. We recently had an email sent to us asking if we had any preferences for our littles, and these are gonna be in the D24 class, obviously. And I already had an idea of who I wanted to be as my little, and the feeling is mutual. So we both put each other's names, and hopefully I get her. And she is a twin. Her name is Rascal. So hopefully all goes well and we both get each other as a big and little. I did click the option to possibly get a second little, so I may have two littles. So we will see what happens, and when I have any updates I'll let you know, but I think I won't find out until probably August. Another update is we literally just got an email regarding our D2 schedule, and I thought it'd be fun to go over it with you guys and give you my live reaction of kind of what I think of the schedule. Okay, let's look at the schedule. I'm gonna be looking at my computer screen and it'll be popped up right here as I go along. So you'll be seeing what I'm seeing. First page, we go back July 27th. So we have orientation, 9 a.m., not too bad. I believe ICP is intro to the clinical patient. So it's similar to IDP, which we took last year, the intro to the dental patient. It's just, I guess they changed the name. Okay, so the first week we have Thursday off, that's really nice. And we have Axiom workshops. So basically, Axiom is the system that we use in clinic, and it is kind of really old, I think, and from what I've heard, it's kind of difficult to navigate sometimes. So these workshops are going to help us to get familiar with the system. That way, when we get to clinic, we're not like, what is this? So that's good. I'm glad that they have that. And our group practices are shown in purple, and I am in Dorchester, so I will have mine on Tuesday at 10:30. I'm noticing that the schedule does say CICP schedule, so I don't know what that means. I don't have access to ICP right now on Canvas. It's not published, so I don't know what the schedule looks like other than what is shown here. So we have a quiz on the 7th, and other than that, pretty easy transitioning back into school. And there's a second workshop that I have to attend on the 4th. So a lot of downtime, it looks like. We're starting up, which I'm not mad about. So something I should mention is that, something I should mention, because I haven't mentioned it yet, is we are online for all of fall. So we don't have any hands-on courses. It's all being pushed to our spring semester. We were told this a few weeks ago, several weeks ago, I'm not really sure the time frame, but I was a little upset by it. But I mean, obviously I understand there's restrictions and they have to abide. We can't be in the building, there's just not enough space, and we've been remote, so it just makes sense for us to continue for the fall. So anything shown here is going to be all remote, so our exams are going to stay the same. We take them at home. Right now we've been taking them at noon, and it's been working out really well. So it looks like our first class is OMF pathology. If I were to guess, I would say OMF stands for oral maxillofacial. So I'm interested to see what that class is. We've never had a full path class, so I'm a little scared how that will be, the exams. Usually they're pretty straightforward, but sometimes they can be tricky. So it looks like we really only have one class a day, which normally we would have multiple classes a day, so this is still looking like a pretty light schedule. And our first exam is the 28th of August. It is on endocrine and reproduction systems. I won't know how many lectures will be on that exam until it's published to Canvas, but we have 5 class days of lectures, so I'm not sure how many lectures that will be. It looks like we start 4 classes for August. OMF pathology, endocrine and reproduction systems, OMF Radiology, and Orthodontics. Orthodontics sounds fun. I'm excited to see what we learn in that class. Okay, moving on to September. We have our first OMF pathology exam. Oh, it looks like there's 6 lectures, so that's not too bad. Assuming that the lecture will have no more than about 50 slides. And it looks like we're just continuing the same classes for September with a few days off, which is nice. We have Labor Day, that's always a good break. It looks like we actually start 2 new classes at the end of September. I always have a terrible time saying this. Epidemiology. Epidemiology. How do you say it?
Epidemiology.
Epidemiology. Oh my gosh. I always have trouble pronouncing that word. So we start 2 classes. Epidemiology. Did I say that right?
Epidemiology.
Epidemiology. Yeah, that class, and periodontology. Going into October, we continue OMF pathology, OMF radiology. We have just started periodontology and epidemiology. And I love that our exams are pretty spaced out, so we have a good amount of time to study for exams. And even if they are scheduled in the same week, there's at least 2 days in between the exams, which is nice. Back-to-back exams are not fun. And November is also continuing the classes, and there are more exams. It also looks like ICP is starting to begin again towards the middle of November, and we start anesthesiology at the end of November. And that is the last class that we take for the semester. Looking at it, it doesn't seem too intense, but I'm sure once the classes start, the material is going to be a lot, because that is dental school, and I am excited to start again, even though technically I'm not done with D1 year. I have an exam tomorrow, and that will conclude my D1 year. That is another update. So I ended up having to remediate 2 exams. That is one for GI that ended up being a cumulative exam. So I had material from exam 1 and 2 I had to study, and it was 50 questions, and I passed, so I will end up getting a C- in that class as opposed to a D, so that's nice. My other class that I have to remediate is cardio, and I'm only going to be redoing exam 2 material, so I'm happy about that because there was a lot of material, you know, for GI, because I had to look at both exams. But I'm taking that exam tomorrow, and if I pass, I get a C-, and if I don't, hopefully that doesn't happen, but if I don't, then I will just have a D on the transcript, and not the end of the world. My GPA will just be a little bit lower, but I'm still within good academic standing, so shouldn't be an issue. Oh, I think a final update is that I'm going to be a D24 orientation leader. So I had to apply for this position, and Student Affairs looked at applications, and they decided, okay, we want her to be an orientation leader. I think there's 20 of us in my class, so I'll be paired up with 1 or 2 other people. I'll find out tomorrow. As soon as I have the meeting, I'll vlog about it, I promise. And we're gonna have a group of 23 to 24 students. I'm not sure if that's the number, but I think that is correct. So being an orientation leader this year is gonna be different than previous years, because because there's no physical orientation day for the D24s, it's gonna be on Zoom. We are going to be there to kind of help them and guide them along through their fall semester, just to give them a more in-person feeling, because we're not going to physically be seeing a lot of them. It's clearly nighttime now. I haven't got much studying done. I really don't have motivation. Remediation is not fun, because like your mind is like, oh, you're done, but you're not. You're not done. So hopefully I do well tomorrow. I still have a lot of time in the morning to still kind of cram. Good morning. It is Tuesday. I woke up at like 8:30 and the person who deals with all of our exams and whatnot, she sends out the downloads and she sent me the wrong exam, and I thought so from the title, so I sent a nice email. I was like, I think this is the wrong exam, and it was. So that kind of gave me a heart attack because I was like, oh no, I hope I'm not gonna have to take the exam. So it's fixed now, and I'm gonna study. I think I'm gonna take the exam at 1, and then I have my orientation later meeting at 2. So I just remembered something. Also, sorry for background noise, laundry going, and there's construction. But I wanted to bring something up real quick. I recently hit 1,000 subscribers, and I also hit I think it's like 4,000 watch hours, and when you hit those 2 milestones, YouTube reviews you to be monetized. And I'm sure you probably noticed I have ads now, so this is just a way for me to make some money, very, very little, on videos now. And I just wanted to share this with you because you may have noticed, you may have not, but I want to encourage you to just watch the ads in the beginning of the video if you can. It just supports me in a very, very small way. And if you don't, that's fine too, like no pressure. But I just wanted to make you aware of this, and I'm excited I can just make some money off of these videos. I definitely don't do YouTube for the money. And I just love creating content, and I want to share my experience with you guys. So I just wanted to mention that real quick. Update number, I'm not sure. I passed my cardio remediation. I got a great score, but it doesn't matter. So it's just gonna go from a D to a C-. So this is a screenshot of how remediation works. I was able to show kind of what happens if you get a D or an F. I'll just let you look at that. As for the orientation leader meeting, it was pretty informal. There were just some updates that they informed us about, and nothing too crazy, just kind of brainstorming about how we can make this year special for the D24 since they won't be in person. And just a lot of brainstorming more than anything, and being excited about this position and kind of how we can make it fun. So I'm going to go and celebrate ending my D1 year officially with some Georgetown cupcakes. I am such a fan. I love their cupcakes. So I'll leave the video here. Thank you for watching my video and supporting me and just coming along this journey with me. I will see you in the next one. Bye.